Hi everyone and welcome to this 30-minute Pilates class. I'm so happy to have you here, and for this class you'll need a set of light hand weights or water bottles, but if you don't have that, that's fine as well. I'm using a set of 1.5 kilogram hand weights here. For the moment we're just going to set them aside and we're going to come to standing at the back of our mat and just do a little bit of a warm-up sequence. So we're going to start with our feet about hip width distance apart, and we're going to roll down vertebra by vertebra, walking out our hands, coming into a plank position, and then we're going to walk back up to our feet, rolling up through our spine vertebra by vertebra. Let's do that again. Rolling down vertebra by vertebra, we're going to walk out into a plank, and then we're going to hold in our plank. We're now just going to tap our knees to the mat, bring them back up, and then push back into a pike position. Coming forward to our plank again, we're going to do our knee tap, push back up into a pike. Exhale to tap your knees down, inhale to lift, exhale to push up into a pike, inhale to lengthen back into a plank position. This warms up our core. It warms up our shoulders. It basically warms up our full body. Let's do another 4 here. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back into a pike. Inhale, come back to a plank. Last 3. Last 2. Keep your core in tight. Last 1. Well done. Drop your knees to the mat, and we're going to now grab our light hand weights. We're going to come up into a kneeling position. We're going to lift our arms so that they're parallel with the mat, and we're going to hinge back. Our spine is in one straight long line. We are hinging at the knee. Exhale to hinge back. Inhale to come back up. Last 4, making sure that you are keeping your arms up to about shoulder height. Last 3, belly button to spine. Last 2, we have 1 more here. Well done. Come forward. You're now going to sit back onto your feet, and we're going to bring our weights up to our shoulders. Alright, let's do this. We're going to sit up and push up into a shoulder press. Coming up into our kneeling position. Exhale, press up. Inhale, lower. You'll feel this in your legs. You'll feel this in your shoulders. Let's do 4 more. Last 3, we're almost there. Last 2. 1 more to go. Well done, guys. Well done. We're now going to come up to standing. And yes, we're still going to use our weights. So we're going to come up into a lunge now. We're going to send our right leg back, and our arms are going to sweep up overhead. Inhale to lunge down. Exhale to come back up, making sure that your spine is in one long line. You're moving like an elevator here, up and down. Your front knee isn't tracking over your front toes. Let's do another 5. You're doing so well. Last 4. Lunges can be a very tough exercise. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And on this last one, we're going to hold in our lunge. We're going to bend our arms, and then we're going to pulse up with our arms and up with our legs. Little exhales as you pulse up. Stay with me here. Pulses always burn. Well done. That was over very quickly. Let's come into a squat position now. So you're going to send your feet about mat distance apart, your toes slightly turned out, and we're going to lower into a squat, lifting our arms to about shoulder height. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Working the shoulders here, working the thighs, working the glutes, making sure that your weight is in the back of your heels, your core is engaged. Last 4, 3, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, and on our last one we're going to hold low and we're going to do little pulses up and down, keeping our arms parallel to the mat, making sure that we are engaging our glutes. Well done, lift back up. And guess what, guys, we're going to come back into our lunge series. You should be feeling your legs by now. Okay, so this time we're going to send our left leg back, and instead of sweeping our arms up, we're going to do a bicep curl. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up, making sure that our right knee isn't tracking over our right toes and that we're moving up and down like an elevator. Following your breath here. I know lunges are tricky, but they're a really good exercise for seeing results. Last 2, last 1. We're going to hold down in our lunge. We're going to extend our arms back and we're going to do a little presses back as well as little pulses up and down. Just give me 4 more pulses. Well done. Release. For our next ab series, we're going to set our weights aside for now, so you can put them down, and we're going to come down to sitting on our glutes and we're going to gently roll onto our back. So you can put your hands behind your head for support, and we're going to bring our legs up to tabletop. As we do an ab curl, we're going to extend our right leg and then bring back to center and lower our head again. We're going to alternate sides, so we're going to do this on the left hand side now. Exhale to come up into your ab curl. Inhale to lower back down. Making sure that your back is pressed flat to the mat as you do this exercise. Rightio, let's do another 4, 3. The lower you take your leg, the more challenging the exercise is. Last 1. Well done. We're now going to bring our feet together and we're going to take our knees apart. Now we're going to come up into our ab curl. Our knees are going to touch our elbows, and then we're going to tap our feet to the mat while lowering our head. So exhale as you crunch in. Inhale as you lower your legs and your head, making sure that your back is pressed flat to the mat even as you lower your legs. The further away from your body that you lower your feet makes the exercise more difficult. So just go at your own pace here, go at your own level. Last 2, last 1. We're going to stay up in our ab curl. We're going to release our hands to be between our legs and we're going to pulse up. Just doing 10 little pulses here, really engaging the abs. We're almost done. Well done, everyone. You can release now. And for our next couple of exercises, we're going to do some weighted abs. So I want you to grab your hand weights or your water bottles, or if you're not using that, then don't worry. We're going to bring our weights overhead and we're going to do some sit-ups. So we're going to lift our weights up. We're going to sit up vertebra by vertebra, We're going to lift our weights to the ceiling, lower, and then roll back down vertebra by vertebra. Exhale as you roll up. Inhale as you lift your weights up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll back down. Let's go through that breath pattern again. Exhale as you sit up. Inhale as you lift your weights up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to roll back down. Trying to follow this breath pattern. Try and making sure that you're getting a straight spine as you roll up into your seated position. I want you to make sure as you bring in your arms overhead that you're not flaring in your ribs, but your core is engaged. One more to go. Well done. Roll down vertebra by vertebra, and then we're going to lift our weights towards the ceiling. We're going to lift our legs up into tabletop position, and then we're going to extend our left leg and left arm. Come back to center. Alternating sides. Inhale as you extend your arm and leg. Exhale as you come back to center. Let's do another 6 here. Keeping our back pressed flat to the mat. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep our legs at tabletop, and we're going to bring our weights towards our legs, coming up into an ab curl again. We're going to come into our double leg stretch now, so we're going to extend our legs and lift our weights overhead, and then we're going to circle our weights around, coming back to center again. So this is an isometric hold for our abs. I want you to inhale as you extend your arms and legs, exhale as you circle your weights around back to center. Making sure that your head is staying up in the same position even when you take your weights overhead. You're not dropping your head here. Your back is pressed flat towards the mat even as you extend your arms and legs, and you're keeping your rib cage down so your core is engaged here. Last 3, stay with me. Last 2. We're almost there, guys. You are doing so well. Last 1. Well done. And our weight section is not over just yet. Just rock out your head left to right to release your neck. We're now going to bring our weights overhead again, and we're going to come into our teaser. We're going to roll up to our spine, sitting on the back of our sit bones, and then we're going to drop our weights left and right. Lowering back down vertebra by vertebra. Do the slow and controlled, bringing our arms overhead again. If you find this too challenging, there's an option to lower your feet down to the mat so your legs are bent. Go at your level. This can be a very challenging exercise, but we're almost there, guys. Stay with me. Let's do another 3 here. You are so strong, you can do this. Last 2. Last 1. Well done, guys. That was a very challenging one. You can now lower your weights down for a second and hug your knees in towards your chest, just releasing here and drawing this little moment, this little break before we come into our side plank series. Let's do a little bit of a shoulder bridge here, just releasing our hip flexors from all the ab work. And then you can release. We're now going to come onto our right hand side. We're going to grab our weight with our left hand. We're going to bend our bottom leg and we're going to extend our top leg, coming up into a side plank. Lifting your arm towards the ceiling, we're going to dip our hips. Inhale to dip, exhale to lift. Little exhales as you lift up here. This is a small movement. Getting into your obliques. Last one, and then we're going to bring our arm and leg to meet in the center and extend again. Exhale to crunch in at the center. Inhale to extend. Last 5. Making sure you're keeping your hips up. Last 4. 3. 2. 1. Well done. Gently lower. And guess what, guys? We get to do that all on the other side now. So coming down onto your left hand side, you're going to bend your bottom leg, extend your top leg, and you're going to lift your weight up towards the ceiling, lifting your hips up. Making sure your body's in one straight long line. We're going to do our little dips. Little exhales here as you lift up. 6 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And then we're going to bring our leg and arm to meet in the center and extend again. Exhale to crunch in the center. Inhale to extend. Let's do another 6, making sure that you are keeping your hips up. 5. Last 4. Belly button to spine. 3. 2. Last 1. Well done. Gently lower your hips down to the mat. You did so well. We're now going to come up into a 4-point kneeling position, and we're going to put our weight behind our right knee, making sure that it is secure there. We're going to make sure our knees are under our hips, our hands are under our shoulders, our core is engaged, and we're going to lift our leg up into a donkey kick. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, making sure our belly button is to spine here. Our spine is in one straight long line, and our neck is following our spine, so we are gazing down. Give me 4 more. 3, making sure there's no arching in your spine. 2. Last 1. We're going to lower again, and then we're going to open our knee up to the side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Getting into our side booty here. Let's do 6 more. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And for our next exercise, we're going to do some circles. So we're going to open our hip towards the side, and then we're going to circle our leg around. Let's do another 3 in this direction. Exhale to lift. Inhale to circle around. Last one in this direction. We're now going to change direction, so we're going to lift our leg towards the ceiling, and then we're going to circle it around. Exhale to lift. Inhale to circle around. Let's do another 3 here. Last 2. Last 1. Well done. We're going to lift our leg up again, and then we're going to take it on a diagonal behind our left knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, last one, and then we're going to keep our leg lifted and we're going to do little pulses to the ceiling, making sure our foot is pointed. Little exhales as you pulse up. Well done, guys. You can now take a little break and push back into a shelf stretch, just releasing your glute here. Take a nice deep breath here before we go into our next exercise, which will be for our inner thighs. Okay, let's come down onto our left hand side now. We're going to come down onto our forearm. We're going to bend our right leg. Our left leg is going to be extended. We're going to lift our right arm to the ceiling with our weight in our arm, and then we're going to do some U shapes with our left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, creating that rainbow shape. Let's do another 6. Exhale, lift. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Well done, guys. Well done. We're now going to lower down, extending our body along the mat. We're going to lift our top leg and we're going to bring our bottom leg to meet it, making sure that we are resting on our hip, making sure that our core is engaged here. We're lifting up through our bottom waist. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Well done, guys, and we get to do that whole leg and glute series on the other side now. So I want you to come into a 4-point kneeling position again. We're going to take our weight and we're going to put it behind our left knee this time, making sure that our hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips. We're going to come into our donkey kick, so we're going to exhale, lift our leg towards the ceiling. Inhale, lower, making sure that our belly button is towards our spine so that we're not arching in our lower back, making sure our spine is in one straight long line. Let's do another 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We're going to lower back down and then we're going to open up our knee towards the side of the room. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. We have 7 more to go, keeping your core engaged. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then we're going to come into our circles. So we can open up our leg towards the side and circle it around, lowering it back down. Exhale to lift, inhale to circle around. This is great for your glutes. This is great for your hip mobility. Let's do one more in this direction. Let's change direction now. So we're going to lift up and then circle around. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, circle around. Another 3. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to lift up our leg again and then we're going to lower it on a diagonal behind our right knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift back up. Feeling this contraction in your glutes. I know you'll be feeling your supporting leg as well here. Last 4, 3, 2, And on our last one now, we're going to hold our leg lifted and we're going to do little pulses to the ceiling, little exhales as you pulse your leg up. Well done. You can now remove the weight from behind your knee and we're going to push back into a shell stretch, taking a nice deep breath here, enjoying this little bit of a breather. We're now going to come down onto your right hand side, onto your forearm. Your top knee is going to be bent and you're going to extend your bottom leg. We're going to come into our inner thigh U's, so you're going to extend your top arm towards the ceiling, weight in hand, and we're going to lift up and create a U shape or a rainbow shape with our bottom leg. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Give me 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. We're now going to lower our weight back down, put it aside for now, and we're going to extend our body along the mat. We're going to lift our top leg, and then we're going to bring our bottom leg to meet it. So making sure that your core is engaged here, your belly button is the spine, and you are lifting up through your bottom waist. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower your leg. Last 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Gently lower, and we're going to come into our last exercise for this Pilates class before we go into our cool down. So I want you to grab both weights. We're going to come into a prone position on our tummies, and we're going to do some swimming. So we're going to lift opposite arm and leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and then we're going to alternate each sides, making sure that we are lifting up through our glute as we lift our leg. This movement is coming from our hip, not our knee. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then we're going to push back to a shell stretch. A well-deserved shell stretch. You guys have done so well in this class today. Please stay with me as we do our cool down. Just taking a breath here in our shell stretch. Enjoying the fact that the class is over. Let's roll back up. You're going to come to seated in the center of your mat, and we're going to do a glute stretch. So you're going to bring your left leg over your right. You're going to sit up straight, lengthening your spine, and then you're going to twist towards the left. Feeling a nice stretch in your glute and in your spine. Gently release, and now we're going to bring our right leg over our left. Sitting up straight again and lengthening our spine, and then twisting towards the right. Enjoying this nice deep stretch. We're now going to keep our left leg bent, and we're going to extend our right leg. Coming into a side stretch now. We're going to side stretch towards the right. Feeling a nice stretch in the side of our body. Let's bring our right leg in and extend our left leg now. Folding over our left leg. Taking a deep breath here. roll up, and then we're going to bring our feet together, opening up our legs, sitting up straight. We're going to fold forward. Enjoying this nice stretch in our hips. You worked hard today. Slowly get ready to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Thank you so much for joining me in this class today. If you have liked this video, please subscribe down below. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.